Thank you, Paula. I very much welcome the opportunity to speak today about our tourism and aviation recovery. And as an island nation, we rely heavily on our aviation sector to drive tourism, so the two go hand in hand in many ways. County Wexford has one of the highest, if not the highest, percentage of its population employed in the tourism sector. Tourism is vital to the county's economic sustainability. Most of County Wexford is within 2 hours of Dublin Airport. We also have, if I haven't said it before, Ireland's most strategic port situated in Rosslare. The nickname the sunny southeast refers to the fact that County Wexford typically has the highest levels of sunshine in any county in the country. We also have fabulous beaches: Bag-in-Bun, Duncannon, Rosslare Strand, Morris Castle, Ballymoney, Corricloe, Courtown, Ballinesker, Carn, St Helens and many more. Add in...
You're learning a lot.
Add in our history regarding the 1798 rebellion and the JFK family homestead and various other sites of interest, such as Hookhead, Enniscorthy Castle, Johnstown Castle, Feathered Castle, of which Minister Malcolm Noonan will visit tomorrow, the National Opera House, and many more attractions that are unrecognised and in need of urgent attention, such as Duncannon Fort and our marine tourism sector. But it is easy to see why Wexford County, or why County Wexford is a prime destination for tourists, Count Corla. So with all of that in mind, I would like to draw attention to passenger traffic at Rosslare Europort, because there is a lot of Ireland's and Wexford's tourists who enter the country through Rosslare. I hope the government is listening and will prepare accordingly. Prior to Brexit, the government were almost lulled into a false sense of security by relying on an IMDO report, which argued that sufficient capacity was available on existing continental ferry routes to absorb demand post-Brexit. In the meantime, freight numbers have increased by almost 500%, while the number of ferry sailings from Rosslare, with the introduction of some new routes to the European mainland, are now 28 sailings, 6 days a week in and out of the country, with incoming sailings on Sunday. This is obviously fantastic news, and sometimes some of which I worked very hard on to make it happen, but it has to be said, Count Corla, any progress that was made in Rosslare Europort post-Brexit is down to bodies like the Irish Road Haulage Association in consultation with private shipping operators, which got no encouragement from government or its departments. However, because of short-term charters of ships and the lack of availability of ships to charter, capacity is now dropping. So we are not out of the woods by any means, Count Corla. Since Brexit and COVID, we have not had a proper tourist season, meaning that more of a ship's commercial capacity would be set aside for tourists once the demand increases through the summer season and the tourists return. And as we return to normal, the summer holidays become the norm again, which we will hopefully see a return to pre-pandemic levels of passenger demand on our ferry routes. But it's vital that we have that for the recovery, but that we must ensure that we have capacity to bring people onto this island. So the warning is simple. As passenger traffic numbers return to normal demand, we will have capacity issues at our most strategic port if action is not taken. Currently, ferry operators are at full capacity with freight alone. Therefore, a return to pre-pandemic passenger traffic will see an issue either with passengers being turned away or freight being turned away, and we do not want a situation where anyone has to be turned away. Now, I've long called for real estate investment in Rosslare Europort to develop the facilities which allows the port to reach its full potential as a freight and passenger hub. We have heard the same 30 million euros being announced at the port again and again, and I understand that some of the money is going to be used to build another customs post, purely to comply with EU directives, rather than asking for a derogation to use the existing infrastructure, of which we spent 11 million to facilitate customs. And the portion of the money that's to build the new structure could be used to deepen the port, add an extra pier, so as that we have a greater capacity to attract ships that need deeper waters, that carry more passengers and freight. Money is easy to spend, but spending it in the most sensible, beneficial and strategic way is what I want to see for Rosslare. I could head into a shoe shop and buy a pair of shoes for €100. But if they're the wrong size, then my €100 is a waste, not an investment. And I don't want to see wasted at Rosslare. I want to see sensible investment, and I'd like to see it quickly. Ensuring that our port is capable of catering for freight and passenger demand in a normal summer season is critical to the recovery of the tourism sector. We can only take advantage of the growth in wind energy if the port's infrastructure is significantly upgraded, the waters deepened and an extra pier in Quayside. Count Corla, I have a little bit more in my speech, but however, the one thing I would like to say is I think it's imperative that we keep the 9% VAT rate. The tourism sector, neither the tourists nor the sector itself have had the opportunity to take advantage of it. Thank you.
In the next